as the rivalry between the United States and China is now extending from land and space to the depths of the ocean. Indications grow of increased efforts by the US and its allies to hinder the expansion of China's undersea cable project. Submarine cables, also known as submarine communication cables, are laid on the seabed between land stations and play a vital role in transmitting telecommunication signals across oceans and seas. Zheng Yishuo, an associate researcher at Taiwan's National Defense Security Research Institute, highlighted that submarine cables carry 97 to 98% of intercontinental data traffic. This has prompted countries worldwide to explore ways of preventing interception or wiretapping of submarine cables upon landing on land. In a joint endeavor, the United States, Japan, and Australia have signed a $95 million agreement to construct a submarine cable. Initially scheduled for tender in 2021, the 1,400-mile subsea cable project saw the participation of HMN Technologies, a unit of Chinese tech giant Huawei, in the bidding process. However, the project faced delays due to concerns over leaked information and security issues, and was ultimately awarded to the Japanese company NEC. Furthermore, Reuters reported that China's three major telecommunications firms intend to invest $500 million in constructing a submarine cable called the Europe-Middle East Asia, or EMA project, linking Hong Kong and Europe. The Simi 6 cable, spanning 12,000 miles between Singapore and France, was also part of the project. While Chinese companies initially had involvement, the US pressure led to the exclusion of Hengtong Optoelectronics, a majority stakeholder in Huawei Marine. Eventually, the contract was awarded to US Subcom Inc. Lin Tinghui, Deputy Secretary General of the Taiwan Society of International Law, pointed out that the issue of content theft in submarine cable transmission lines was worrying. If Beijing builds a submarine cable, copies of data could be sent to the Chinese capital through installed filters. The United States, in its decoupling efforts from China's supply chain, excludes Chinese companies from participating in submarine cable construction. Conversely, the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, seeks to dominate submarine cable construction. Lin Tinghui remarked that these contrasting approaches reflect the growing divergence between the two sides. The global submarine cable business has long been dominated by US company Subcom LLC, Japan's NEC Corporation, and France's Alcatel Submarine Networks, or ASN. However, the CCP, through Huawei's involvement, has entered the optical cable market, directly challenging the United States. Huawei Marine Networks, a joint venture established in 2008 between Huawei and British company Global Ocean, has become the fourth largest enterprise in the optical cable industry, trailing only the three traditional manufacturers, Subcom LLC, NEC, and ASN. Huawei initially saw an opportunity in the South Atlantic Interconnect Line, or SAIL cable project, which connects Brazil in South America to Cameroon in Africa. Jonathan Hillman, a senior fellow at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a U.S. think tank in Washington, D.C., said in his book, The Digital Silk Road, that China's Export-Import Bank provided $85 million in loans to incentivize the countries involved. China's state-owned telecommunications company, China Unicom, also provided $34 million in financing. Thomas Blaubach, a graduate student in the cyber program at the Middle East Institute, or MEI, a Washington think tank, wrote that Chinese officials often use the Pakistan East Africa Connecting Underwater Cable to Europe, or PEACE project, to promote Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative. The CCP and Huawei have purposefully chosen countries with geostrategic value as intermediate landing spots. Regarding fiber optics, the CCP has more than just business in mind. Shen Rongqin, a professor at York University in Canada, said the CCP created digital groups to enforce stricter information controls internally. He cited the CCP's actions against Uyghur protesters as early as 2009, when the CCP completely cut off the internet in the Tibetan region. In 1998, the CCP set up the Great Firewall in mainland China, which the Ministry of Public Security directly manages to monitor and censor people's online records. Now it uses digital totalitarianism to expand abroad, and digital communication has become the focus of competition between the United States and China. According to the data of Telegeography, a U.S. telecommunications research and consulting company, As of the beginning of 2023, there are 552 submarine cables currently planned in the world, with a total length of about 1.4 million kilometers, enough to circle the Earth 30 times, to be used as streaming media, cloud computing, 5G, and more. According to a May report by Nikkei Asia, Telegeography estimates that from 2023 to 2025, in Asia alone, the cost of submarine cable projects to be carried out will reach $2.59 billion, 6 times the total value since 2000.